Welcome to Autopilot's training video series designed to help you get the most from your ProfitPilot system. This video will cover how to run reports in their back office software. Now, let's begin. To access your system, you'll want to open an internet browser window. Go to www.profitpilot.net, enter your username and password, and click Login to load the system. Once the system is loaded, we'll click on the Reports tab. This will generate the Reports window. You'll see a list of all available reports in the Step 1 section. Depending on how your security permissions are configured in the system, you may or may not see all available reports. To generate a ProfitPilot report, click the button next to the name of the report that you'd like to see. If additional reporting options are available, you'll see them listed in the middle section. You can click the drop-down arrow to specify any additional parameters. For the line item sales report, you can see how we can filter this report by individual point of sale. We'll choose HTK1 to only see our line item sales from this pay station. The next step is to select a reporting date range. You can choose from the quick picks already listed or enter your own start and end time for your report. We'll choose yesterday. To view your report, you want to click the View Report button. This will display the report on the screen. You can use the navigational scroll bars in your internet browser window to scroll through the report information. At the bottom of every report, you'll see the ability to print your report to a local printer or to export your report in Excel or PDF format. These options are available for every report in the ProfitPilot system. The line item sales report displays individual transaction information. In this report, you'll be able to see the individual transaction number, the cashier that sold the transaction, the greeter if applicable, the name of the point of sale device, and this could be the ProfitPilot point of sale or an HTK pay station, the date and time the transaction was completed, the tender type used to purchase this transaction. If the information was sent to the WashPilot tunnel controller, you'll see the invoice number listed here. If this was a credit or gift or washbook transaction, you'll see a document number listed in this area, the grand total sales for the transaction, and then underneath the transaction you'll see additional detailed information which includes the type of transaction. Was this a sale, a refund, or a void? If it was a void or a refunded transaction and a manager's approval was required, you'll see the name of the manager listed in the Approved By column. The name of the wash that was purchased, the department that it was assigned to, the quantity, the amount, any discounts, tax, and again your grand total for this sales transaction. You'll see this information listed for every transaction available for the date time range that you've selected. Let's take a look at some of the other reports available in the ProfitPilot system. We'll click the Reports tab again to view a list of all of our available reports. View a previous Z-Day allows you to view a Z-Day report from any previous date and time. Selecting this report also enables you to choose the point of sale that you'd like to see it for and a specific date time range. The Sales Summary Report is a summary of all sales by employee or by point of sale. Again, you can filter this report in the Report options in the center section. The Department Sales Report lists all sales broken down by department. We'll go ahead and we'll choose one of these reports so you can see an example of it on the screen. In this report, you can see all of our washes categorized by the wash department, our services department, as well as our free wash department. At the bottom of the report, you'll see some summary information which includes your total dollars per car, an hourly car count, a tender summary, and special events listed at the bottom. Special events would include certain types of transactions such as credit cards, voids, or refunds. The Inventory Levels report is used to view current inventory levels at the facility. This is primarily used for car washes that sell merchandise in their lobby area. The Daily Reconciliation Report is one of the most commonly used reports in the system. This will include a summary of all sales for the wash. We'll view this report to see an example. We can see our washes, our services, and our free washes broken out by department. On the right-hand side, we're also able to see the gross sales for the wash, any discounts that were applied, a summary of paid and paid outs from the point of sale, as well as our prepaid sales. At the bottom of the report, we'll also see a breakout of all tender types accepted at the facility for the day. The period detail, period comparison, and monthly comparison reports will enable you to compare two date ranges of data. We'll generate a period detail for a month. On the period detail report for the month of September 2011, we'll see our weather for each day of the month, as well as a detailed summary at the bottom. This summary will give us the total vehicles that were washed, as well as the total revenue. You'll also see your pre-tax and after-tax sales totals, any refunds, and net income. The period comparison report will enable us to compare two specific date ranges. For example, we'll compare April of 2011 to May of 2011. We'll click View Report to see the report information. The report will now display our period 1, which was April, to our period 2, which was May. On the right-hand side of the report, we'll be able to see the percentage difference in the quantity of our sales dollars, and our dollar per car revenue. The Customer Activity Report will display a detailed list of all activity for your individual customers. Remember, you're going to need to attach your customer's information to each individual sales transaction to generate this report. If you don't link customers' information, this report will be blank. The account billing and account detail reports are generally used to process house accounts. If you don't use house accounts at your facility, you'll be able to ignore these reports. If you do, you'll want to use these reports to generate your monthly billing. The account billing and account detail will list all charges made to a house account. This will include a summary and a grand total for each of your customers. You can use this information to input it into your accounting system to generate monthly invoices for each of your customers. To update a customer's account information in the ProfitPilot, you'll want to use the Paid In feature. This will allow any payments made to a customer's account to be posted to their account and will deduct the overall balance of what's due. The Prepaid Statistics Report will display any information on prepaid sales. This would include your gift cards and your washbook promotions. The Employee Timesheets Report will display all of your employee timesheets. We'll go ahead and we'll choose the last pay period. If you'd like to sort your timesheets by the employee's last name, be sure to check the Sort by Employee's Last Name box. We'll click View Report to see a list of all employee timesheets. The timesheet will display the total hours worked for each employee as well as their wage information. The timesheets report can then be printed or exported and sent to your payroll company for payroll check processing. The Employee Labor Cost Report will display your labor costs for the date range selected. We can see an example of the Employee Labor Cost Report displayed here. You can see for the dates indicated the total sales amount as well as the car counts and costs for your labor. The labor costs are a summation of all employees that were clocked in and out of the system for that day. If you do not use the labor tracking module of the ProfitPilot, you will not be able to calculate this information, as that module is required to enter all of your employees as well as their individual wage information. The Cashier Statistics Report will display the individual stats for each of your cashiers. You can also sort this report by employee or point of sale. We'll take a look at the report for the last 7 days. From here, you can see an individual transaction count, our coupon detail, averages, comped items, voids, and as we scroll to the bottom of the report, we'll also be able to see a grand total summation of all of those individual items. The dollar over base report is used for facilities that calculate commissions for your individual greeters. If you don't have greeters, then this report would not apply to you. If you do have greeters, the dollar over base report can be very important. As your greeters are making sales, their commissions are automatically calculated on this report over your base wash. The call list report is generally used when scheduling employees' work hours. You can display this report on the screen with a list of all of your individual employees and their phone numbers. The Employee Barcodes report can be used to generate a barcode for each of your individual employees. The barcode can then be applied to an employee ID badge, and instead of having to clock in and out from the point of sale, each employee can simply scan their badge. The system will recognize the barcode number and clock that designated employee in or out. And finally, the Weather Summary report will give you a summary of the weather conditions at your facility. If we click View Report, we'll be able to see a summary for the car wash for the last week. The system will generate the number of hours for each weather type indicated. Please note that the weather is generated based on your zip code. This concludes our video on reporting. We hope you found the information helpful and informative.